This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 933 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jenn here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. It's time again for another installment of Trading Tips with Michelle Barr of Right Lead Equestrian Center in Louisiana. Michelle is a graduate of Louisiana Scholars College, a North American Riding for the Handicapped registered instructor, British Horse Society certified instructor, and a certified instructor and judge for the World Side Saddle Federation. Today, Michelle and I are going to toss a few tips on teaching unmounted lessons at the wall and just see what sticks. And we'll get right to our tips after this important message from EquestrianCollections.com.
Hi, Glenn here, and I have Debbie with me from Equestrian Collections with the product of the week.
Hi, Glenn. This week I'm going to be talking about an item that I think I have talked about in the past on our product of the week, but they have changed the design, which they do every once in a while, and that is the Ariat Mini Carryall. This is my favorite person. Every woman in the world loves purses. These things have all the pockets everywhere. I have the size. The size is 13 inches high, 14 inches wide, and 7.5 inches deep, so it's the perfect purse size. It's not too big, it's not too little, and it has pockets everywhere. It even has pockets that you can carry coolers, water, and stuff with you, which is not always true of all purses. This year, they've come out with some really cool designs that I wanted to talk about. There is something called the Black with Bits. It's a very stylish look, which is a little bit different. So you can carry that to your fancier horse shows or your pony club events. They have a camo pink one, so if you want to go to some of the more rustic events, you're covered. And they've got a zebra one, which, of course, with my black and white horses, I had to buy one immediately. They've got some different colors and different styles and different designs, and this is the world's most perfect purse. So I wanted to go ahead and remind all of your women viewers or listeners about this purse, and also the men, if you're looking for a present, this is the perfect one. It's not too expensive. They're all like in the $30 range. And I even embroider mine. You can have them embroidered with initials or pictures of your horse or whatever you want to do with your embroidery. It's big enough to do that on the one side. So it's a perfect present.
And that's the Ariat Mini Carryall. My wife owns a couple of those, but she'll want a new color now. So there's a whole bunch of new colors. Check it out at EquestrianCollections.com. Just search for Ariat Mini Carryall, and you'll find the whole collection at EquestrianCollections.com.
And I would like to welcome back to the show again, Right Lead Equestrian Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The chief cook and bottle washer, Michelle Barr, is here with us to give us another great tip for making our students smarter when the weather is a wreck.
As it has been.
Yes.
As it has been. So we've been stuck inside for rain and, oddly enough, for sleet and snow and ice here, which is unheard of this part of the world. I know most of the country has not been able to ride as much as they wanted this winter. A lot of instructors do unmounted lessons. We certainly do here when we can't ride. And just sitting around in a classroom environment is pretty boring, especially after you've done it a couple times in a row. So one of the things that we've done to make things a little more fun, provided it's not raining, because we need a dry horse for this, is we'll play Pin the Parts on the Pony. And what you do there is your instructor will write down different parts of the horse. It could be points, it could be musculature, it could be bones, any part of the horse. And you write it on a sticky note and you give it to the student, and they have to stick it on the correct location of said horse, which is why you need a dry one. Otherwise, they don't stick.
And I would suggest the extra strong sticky notes that they make. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. I guess you could also do this if you could, write it on duct tape, but it would, maybe that's not good because that's going to stick too much. Maybe painter's tape, because I know I use that when I body clip.
Yes, blue painter's tape. Excellent idea.
Yep, I love that stuff. So one of the other good things about this, aside from the fact that it's just fun, you could do it in teams. You could have more than one person. Maybe you have a group lesson, or maybe you just want to do only one stable management lesson that day because you're tired of hearing the topic, the subject matter yourself. Divide up into teams, and you don't all have to be the same level. You could have beginners, and they get easy parts like hoof and mane. And then your more advanced pony club girls are going to have to know specific muscles like abdominal obliques, sacral ligaments, and you can tailor it pretty individually and keep things on a pretty level playing field for all the people involved. Cool. And you have to have an agreeable horse. Don't take out the 2-year-old that's never been handled in a group before, hasn't ever had his feet picked up, because that's going to be a train wreck.
Yeah, this is not a good exercise for a hackney pony.
Probably not. Young Arabs and horses off the track.
Yeah.
And if you're the instructor, you probably want to play with this yourself. Put sticky notes all over the horse you're thinking of using before you actually do it in a lesson, just to make sure he's not going to bonker when you put the forelock sticker on his head. And he thinks the sky is falling.
Maybe there are certain stickers you shouldn't make.
Depending on your subjects, yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that. And
it's fun.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. And like you said, you can really scale it to the number of people you have, and you can scale it to the knowledge level that you're going for. And it's a great way to learn for students who are visual learners.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just thinking, ways to expand on this. Say maybe your horses are all wet because it's raining. You could certainly adapt this to grooming tools, or stall cleaning equipment, hay net, anything really. Yeah. You wouldn't have to just use it for points of the horse.
Yeah, and I thought of one here too. Back in the day when kids used to have to play games in the car when you took long road trips, they used to play something called I Spy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically you have the answer in your head, and you give your team, your players, hints as to what they are. So you could do that. You had a great idea there in the tack room for your equipment. So you're hanging out in the tack room or the feed room or the room, because a lot of farms and barns, they have one room for everything.
Yeah.
I spy, and let's say I spy a grooming tool. Okay, everybody has to look for a grooming tool. Well, they're not too sure which one it is yet. I spy a grooming tool with bristles. Okay, they're really not sure what it is. And the first person to grab the right tool and hold it up is the winner.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And the opposite of that game is 20 questions, where you have the answer in your head, and the competitors go around in a circle and ask a question. The first question is usually animal, mineral, or vegetable. Well, in this case, if you're hanging around in the room, you could ask, is it a piece of tack? Yes or no. And the person who has that answer in their little head, the answer is always yes or no. So they have to ask those specific kinds of questions. So again, that's a great way to learn about things, but not just what they are, but what they're used for example.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the clues, might be you use it to get mud off your horse. So the person asking the questions as well as giving the answers both have to learn a lot about what that item is. So that's 2 things you can do.
I like that.
On rainy days.
Hopefully we're not going to have any more rainy days. The weather's going to be good. The snow's going to melt.
Yes.
Everybody's going to get to ride.
It's going to be beautiful. Everyone's going to go riding. And when they go riding, they're going to discover that they need lots of help because they forgot it all over the winter. And I know, Michelle, as a BHS certified instructor and ISSO certified instructor and judge, you do clinics and seminars all over the country. So where can folks contact you if they want to have you come out and do a clinic or a seminar?
So the best place to look is on the webpage, www.rightlead.com. RightLead also has a Facebook page, so you can get to me through there, or you can just email me directly at Michelle, Chelle, at rightlead.com.
Thank you once again for the helpful hints. I'm going to go find myself some extra sturdy stick-it notes and start putting them on the dog.
I want pictures.
Well, there you go. To listen to all of Michelle's tips, just go to horsetipdaily.com and look for the Experts drop-down menu on the left. You can also follow Right Lead Equestrian Center on Facebook. And now you can have every one of your favorite Horse Radio Network shows with you wherever you go with the free Horse Radio Network app for iPhone and Android. Go to your app store and search Horse Radio Network. It's free and easy. Do it today. This podcast has been made possible through the generous support of EquestrianCollections.com and listeners like you. Listeners like me, you may ask? Well, yes. Folks like you who enjoy the great podcasts on the Horse Radio Network can support your favorite programs by supporting our sponsors, like EquestrianCollections.com, and also by becoming an official auditor. You can learn how by going to horsetipdaily.com and look for the Become an Auditor banner right in the center of the page. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.